Okay, so let's get into the game, and I will pick my starting hand of 5 for Picard. What have we got? We have Farpoint Station, we have Will Riker, Analyze, Wharf, and Set a Course. So first of all we do the resupply, nothing to resupply. Now we do the control. We do not have anything to control, so I'm going to play Farpoint Station. It says play, take control of this location and gain a diplomacy. I quite like the look of this planet here because it's got 3 influence, and when I control it I get 2 latinum. So I might spend my dilithium crystal, oops, missed, and I'm going to warp this ship to here. Trouble is, with a standee you can't see which ship it is, so I'm going to lay it down like that. And that was an activation, so that didn't cost me any actions to do that. And now I'm going to look at what ships are on offer. That is a 2-point ship, but it's very military heavy. It requires 6 military to be able to use that play action, and that seems kind of useless because stealing resources, and the bot doesn't even have resources. Well, I'm not going to do that one. I'm just going to play Analyze down here, gain 2. I'll take these. Take 2 crystals into my supply. That didn't cost an action. So I've still got 2 actions to do. I'm going to play Wharf. It's going to cost me an action. Oops, knocked my board. And it says take an incident and discard it. So take an incident, discard it. Where should my discard pile go? I'm going to put it here. Discard the top card of your deck. Goodbye. Recruit. Send 2 away teams to a neutral location. I'm going to send them to Beta Z because now I control it. I might spend my last action to play Will Riker. Oops. Flip that action over. It says draw 2 cards from your discard pile. Well, I happen to have 2 cards from my discard pile. You may spend 1 dilithium crystal, which I will, to send 1 away team to a location. If you targeted a controlled location, trigger that card's control operation. Well, I will, because I'm going to choose Farpoint Station. I will trigger that card's control operation to gain another one of these. I think that's how that works. And also, you can see when we do the activation, if you have a person here, or away team here, sorry, draw a card. I'm going to play Set a Course, which is going to draw a card, then discard a card, warp up to 2 of your ship. So, draw a card, I'm going to discard a card. Well, I guess I'll discard the incident again. Warp up to 2 of your ships. Well, I'm not going to do that. That's all my actions done. So, as table space is a little tight, I'm going to use these little, look like Parma Violets really. I wouldn't eat them though. Well, I wouldn't eat Parma Violets either because they're rank. But I'm going to use these, rather than turning the cards, I'm going to put one of these on there. So I have activated Farpoint Station, and that means I get to draw a card. So I drew Diplomacy, and I'm going to play Diplomacy. It says spend 1 dilithium crystal, which I do have, to draw 2 cards and discard one of them. Draw 2 cards, discard one of them. I will discard this incident, and I gain an influence for doing that. I suppose technically I should have exhausted the Enterprise. Okay, so I'm now going to do the cleanup step. The cleanup step involves me discarding my cards in my staging area. Resolve the Stardate card. Well, there's no Stardate card to resolve. We're going to place Glory. So I'm going to take one of the Glory tokens off of the Stardate card, and I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on this ally because I am going to try and get the allies. I move all the cards from the staging area to my discard pile. That's these 3. and I can discard any number of cards remaining in my hand. Well, I have 3 cards remaining in my hand. Strange New Worlds, Recruit and Utilise. I'm going to discard Recruit. I'm going to keep Utilise, and I'm going to discard Strange New Worlds as well, even though it's good. And I could use Strange New Worlds on Farpoint Station, but Farpoint Station is giving me an extra card, which is really useful. So now I need to draw up to 5, but my deck is empty. So I take my discard pile, I'll shuffle that up, put it here, and then I'll take the top card from here and put it on there. And now I'll draw up to 5, so I definitely get my new reserve card. And my new reserve card was Beverly Crusher. Now we move over to the bot. So let's have a look at what Shran's going to do. Okay, for the bot's action steps, they draw as many cards from the bot's deck as the number of bot actions shown on the current Stardate card. Well, that's 2. 2 actions. So we're going to have this card, and we're going to have this card. We're going to flip the first one over, and it is the Kamari. And then we have to check out, is it the traits or is it the suits first? I can't remember. Okay, we'll look at traits first. So what traits does this have? It says Andorian. So what traits has Shran got? Surprise weapon, attack, business, and ambassador. It's got none of those. So then we turn over to Shran, suits with no duty officer. It is a ship. So ship, it says deploy this ship. So we will deploy this ship, and it explores. If a person is in the discard pile, send an away team to a neutral location. If a cargo is in the bot discard pile, gain an influence. Well, no, nothing's in the discard pile because this is the first turn. So when exploring, the bot prefers to warp to a location with the fewest total tokens, preferring ones with no tokens. Okay, so neither of these have any tokens. It goes to the most valuable one. So this is a 3, this is a 1, so the Kamari is going to go here. That was easy. And then his second card is Andoria. So again, we look at the traits. It doesn't have any. It is a location. So for the location, it says log the top card of the bot deck. So we'll do that first. We're not even going to look at what it is. Discard the top 2 cards of the bot deck. So we'll have the bot's discard pile here. Now it's the cleanup step. We select the market card that is the least valuable to me, and we place 1 glory on there. So which one is least valuable to me? That's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 2, that is a 2. So it's going to be Zephyr Cochrane. So we're going to put glory from the Stardate card onto Zephyr. And that is the end of the bot's turn. And it comes back to me. So resupply. Resupply. Well, we don't have any resupply cards yet. Control. We do have control. So this and my 2 away teams come back. And I gain this planet. And when I get control, I gain 2 Latinum. So I'll have some Latinum, please. Thank you very much. And that means my ship gets dismissed. And now we're going to refill the neutral zone. We've got Risa. Now we're going to do our actions again. Well, I'm going to activate Farpoint Station again. Draw a card, which was Wharf. So Risa has got 4 points, and I can beam cards there, and I can recall cards that are beamed to gain Latinum. That's not bad. This looks pretty good for, we can spend Latinum to send away teams to locations where there's already a ship. I think I might go to Risa. Except I can't really go to Risa because I haven't got a ship to send me there. I'm going to play Wharf. What's this doing here? So I just not bother getting rid of that one. Oh no. Just going to have to shuffle it in now. All right, okay, fine. Well, I need to pay a little bit more attention apparently. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to play Wharf. It says take an incident and discard it. Discard the top card of your deck. Could have done that one. Send 2 away teams to a neutral location. Well, I'm going to send them there. Now I'm going to play Beverly Crusher for another action. Gain 1 science. So that's now on 3. You may return an incident from your discard pile. I will. I'm going to return the one I just put there. That goes on the bottom of the discard pile. I think I'm also going to play Utilize for my 3rd action. I'm out of dilithium crystals, so I'm going to gain 1 dilithium crystal and 2 for each controlled location. Well, that's 2 locations, so that's 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4 dilithium crystals. So that's 5 dilithium crystals. So I'm going to place some glory. So let's take this glory here. I think I'm going to put it back on this ally because I'm very much hoping that I'm going to be able to get that soon. And then I'm going to discard Strange New Worlds and Hostile Contact Incident, put them there. I'm going to keep hold of Riker because I'm hoping I can use him as a duty officer soon. I have drawn Red Alert, which allows me to promote a person from my staging area to duty officer, which is exactly what I was looking for. Right, anyway, over to Shran. So, I guess that should have gone up there really, because he's controlled those locations just like I've controlled these locations. Just move these over. So, no, I don't need to move them over there because that's where the duty officer goes. Actually, this is a bit more appropriate. Anyway, we have card number 1, card number 2. Let's see what you're doing, Shran. You have turned Red Alert over. So traits, there's no traits. It is an incident. So gain a person. Okay, so they gain Zephyrim, which is a shame. So he's now got some glory. Gain. Now when it's gained, I think it goes onto the top of the bot deck, and I will now check that. I was wrong. It goes into the discard pile. So I will try and remember that. It says discard the top 3 cards of the bot deck. 1, that's one of the duty officers. 2 and 3. Right, so we know he has not logged a duty officer because both of his duty officer candidates have just come out in the discard. And then we return this card. Okay, now just 1. So what do we do now? It is plasma rifles. Traits. It is a weapon. Junk the most valuable card in the market, ignoring any with tokens. Oh, I should have drawn a new guy. So I think he's going to destroy the cargo. So we'll say this is the market discard. And the reason I've done that is because they were both 2, and when there's a tie, you're supposed to take the one on the left. And I know Shran likes to get cargo and weapons, but that's the way it goes. It says send an away team to a neutral location. When they send to a neutral location, it goes to the one with most of the bot's tokens. So it's going to go here to help them control it. And now it says either I take an incident or I remove an away team. I don't want to remove an away team, and there's plenty of incidents, so I'm just going to take an incident. And we'll discard that, place some glory, take only 1 glory left now, and they're going to put it on the least valuable to me, which is this guy. Discard and draw. The bot doesn't do that, so now it's back to me. So let's have some actions. It's a bit of a pain having these actions there. They get in the way all the time. I might put them somewhere a little easier to use. I'll just put them here for now. Resupply, nothing. Control, nothing. Actions, here we go. I'm going to play Will Riker for 1 action. So draw 2 cards from your discard pile. I think I can choose any I like. Drawing from your discard pile allows you to look through your entire discard pile, since it's face up and order doesn't matter, then draw a card matching the effects restrictions. Alright, So yeah, I can draw 2 from my discard pile. Well, I'm going to draw the Enterprise, obs, and I'm going to draw Diplomacy, I suppose. Okay, keep that there. It says you may spend dilithium, I will, to send an away team to a location. So I'm going to send it to Risa. I won't send it to Risa, I'm going to send it to Beta Z. And because it's a controlled location, I trigger the control operation, which is gain 2 latinum. So I will. So now I've got 5 latinum bars. I'm also going to use Riker's activation to free play a ship with Starfleet. So you know what that's going to be. Bam. Here comes the Enterprise. Deploy this ship, warp this ship. I will, I'm going to warp it over here. So now I control Risa. I've still got 2 actions and I'm going to use them to do what? I'm going to play my red alert. It says put a card on top of your deck to return this card. So I will put one back there. Just 1 left now. You may promote a person from your staging area to duty officer. So here you go, Riker. You are now my duty officer. And this one goes away. Might as well play Analyze to gain 2 more dilithium. And I'm going to play Set a Course to draw a card. And then discard a card. Discard this one. Warp up to 2 of your ships. Up to 2 means I don't have to do any, so I won't. And then I'm going to play Diplomacy for my final action. Oops. Gain an ally. Don't mind if I do. So I gain the 2 glory from there. That's 3 glory for me. I'm going to react to that as Picard. It says after gaining an ally, discard a card, which I will, to gain 1 glory. And you may beam the gained card to a ship. So I'm going to beam the ally to the Enterprise. See what the next ally is. Now we're out of glory on the Stardate card, so we take this and we give it to Shran. I'll just put it here to remind myself. And then we refill the Stardate card over here with some glory. So it's 7 glory on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 glory. And discard and draw. Well, I've got nothing in my hand to discard. I'll get rid of these. Now I need to shuffle my discard pile again. And I take a reserve. I'll deal myself 5 cards. And now it's over to Shran again. Let's see how you get on, Shran. And we're going to move on to the control. There's no control. They haven't got enough pieces on this planet. So it's the actions. They need to draw 2 because of the Stardate card. So 1, and the bot deck is empty. So we take the bot's discard pile and we shuffle that, and then we put it here. But we also take the top card of their supplement deck and put that on there. So kind of know that Shran's going to be drawing from his reserve deck. Anyway, 1 and 2. So we flip them over. First one is cargo. So let's go and look at the traits. What traits has it got? Attack, weapon, and Andorian. And Shran does care about weapons and attacks, actually. So it's going to be attack first. It says send an away team to a neutral location. I've already forgotten what send means. So one with most of the bot's tokens. Yeah, okay. So it's gone to Desaria. It says you, as in me, discard the top card of your deck. Okay. Goodbye, Analyze. If it's a person, you take an instant. Well, it wasn't a person, it was a directive. Otherwise, gain 1 military for Shran If this card is a person promoted to duty officer, it's not, it is a cargo. Okay, and then we move on to the next one. It is an ally. Right, so traits, human, Shran doesn't care about that. So we skip over to suits with no duty officer. It says discard the top 3 cards of the bot deck. Fine, 1, 2, and 3. Which I'm going to put up there. For each person in the bot discard pile, gain an influence. I'm sure I saw 1. Yes, Ephraim's in there, so they gain an influence for that. For each ship, I don't think there's any ships. No ships. Okay. And that is the end of Shran's go. Resolve the card. Yes. During the next player's cleanup step, wipe the market. So we do that then. Place the glory. So we take a glory off of here and we put it into the least valuable card. 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so it's going to go on the left-hand one when there's a tie. I'm going to shove you guys into the discard pile. Let me go back over to me. Let's put our actions together. Oh, these all should be active. Resupply. We do have a resupply. It says discard the top card of your deck and gain a latinum. So I haven't got a choice. I have to discard, and I've discarded diplomacy. But I do gain a latinum. Quite difficult to get out of these little pots. Oops. You stay there. And now we move on to control. Do I control this? Yes, I do. So standee goes away. These guys come back here. And I gain Risa. So I'm now running out of space in my little tableau, which is a shame. I knew I would. It's a lot of it's quite a table hog, this game. Anyway, what do we bring out? Kelvis Docks, cool. It's got quite a few traits on there. And when I say cool, I actually mean kind of boring, because it's a military one. I'm not doing military, there's no control effect. And I have to spend 3 dilithium to free play a ship. Fair enough, I mean it is a dock, but that doesn't seem very interesting to me. So, control. Find up to 3 persons except in your reserve deck and beam them here. Find is another keyword. It says choose the matching card from your hand, draw deck, or discard pile, or reserve, but this explicitly says not reserve. So my hand, my draw deck, and my discard pile. So I actually have 3 people. So from my hand I had Data and Worf. And from my draw deck, I had Beverly Crusher. Find up to 3 people and beam them here. So I will. They've all been beamed to Risa, which has helped thin my deck. Which is cool. Oh, this gets dismissed along with the ally who was on board. I don't want to keep doing that because I do need to try and complete Picard's mission, have 3 allies on the same ship, and at least 2 of these tracks at 4. Oh, I haven't got any at 4 yet, so maybe I should focus on that. Well, that was the control step. Now I'll just do my actions. Just do my actions, which is basically the entire game. I think I might play Utilize for 1. It says gain on 1 specialty track for each matching skill icon you have in play. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the influence. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna gain 4 influence. So I'll go from 1 to 5. In case anyone has noticed, I've been playing this game ad hoc over the last couple of days. So it's not a continuous sit down and play session. So I have forgotten what cards I may have discarded, but I'm pretty sure I can see the Enterprise peeking out of that discard pile. So I'm going to activate Riker, which says draw a ship from your discard pile. So I will. It's the Enterprise. Who'd have thought? I'm going to activate Farpoint Station which is to draw a card. And I'm going to activate Risa to recall a card beamed here to gain a Latinum. So which of my 3 people am I going to recall? Let's have a look. Have I got any incidents in here? Do not have any incidents in there. I'm going to take Data. So I'm going to leave Beverly and Worf on Risa. I'd have to check the Star Trek wiki to see what Risa's all about. There must be a reason people go there and you gain Latinum to bring them back, which I forgot to do. So here's my Latinum. I will now play the Enterprise. Standy goes back. So it says deploy this ship, warp this ship. So I will warp it. I'm going to warp it to Beta Z. I need to check if I'm saying that planet right as well. I've watched all of the original series and quite a lot of the Next Generation and some of Voyager. Deep Space Nine just passed me by. Oh, I watched the first series of Enterprise as well, but I haven't watched any of the newer stuff. And even some of the newer stuff must be pretty old by now. I think I'm going to use my last action to play this trade embargo, spend 1 Latinum, and I've got loads of it, to return this card. You may refresh a ship, but I don't need to. And even if I did, I've wasted the opportunity to now, so it don't make a difference. So I'll finally play, set a course, draw a card, and discard a card. And I'll discard this incident. That's my actions done. So, clean up. Well, if I remember, the Stardate card here says, during the next player's cleanup step, wipe the market, removing all the tokens. So, get rid of all of these. And the glory just disappears. And we refresh this market. There we go. Troy's mother. Whoops, you knocked that off. And that will go down the back of my radiator. And that'll be the end of the game. Forever. So let's not do that. So this Stardate card is resolved. I'll just put it off camera. Place some glory. Let's spread these out a bit. Oops. This one will come off. Okay, so there's 5 glory left. Where shall I put this glory? USS Reliant. Mine still need allies, so I'm going to put it on this ally. I have discarded these from my staging area. I shall draw the last card there. Need to draw another one, and I can't, so let's take my discard pile, with that, shuffle, put that there, take this one, draw 2 more. So I drew First Contact and Analyze, which means this one has got to be the shuttlecraft, which I could really have done, you know, as the first one, because I like playing the shuttlecraft. Never mind. Right, over to Shran. No resupply. He does control, so he gains this, and then his ship gets dismissed, and this card goes back in here, which sometimes I forget, and you gain a location. Now I just need to work out what happens when, okay, they resolve the gained location. All right, just resolving. So what is it? It's a Breen, and do we have any, does he care about Breens? He does not care about Breens. So we look at the traits, and well, it's just a location, isn't it? Location, no duty officer. Log the top card of the bot deck. Okay. Log. Gone. Discard the top 2 cards of the bot deck. Let's replace the neutral zone. Who have we got? Can't pronounce that. Zahir? Don't know. Gonna have to read up on that as well. I feel like I should have a lot more Star Trek knowledge to be able to play this game effectively while recording it. Well, we live and learn. Okay, Shran, that was your control step. So now you're going to draw. So that is your first card. You do not have a second card to draw, so let's shuffle. And then we draw from your supplement deck. That's going to become card number 2. Let's flip card number 1. It is a directive. What do we do with a directive? You gain a business or a cargo. Have we got any business? No, but we do have cargo. So you gain a cargo. Did I do that right? I can never remember. I've already asked this question earlier in the video, but that was that was a couple of days ago in real life. From market to bot discard. Okay, you actually get discarded. Fine. I will try and remember that. I definitely won't remember that. Send an away team to a neutral location. Well, I guess it's this one with 1. If the bot has 5 or more influence, which it doesn't, don't worry about that. Okay, so that's that one. And the second one is Waitan, which is a location. Let's look at those traits. You are Andorian Imperial Vulcan, and you don't care about any of that stuff, Shran. I'm surprised that Andorian traits don't make any difference to the Andorian bot, but alright, anyway, what are we looking at? Location. Log the top card of the bot deck. We should pros at this now. Done loads of this logging stuff. And discard the top 2 cards. 1, 2. Right, I think I saw earlier his other duty officer in the discard. So once again, he has managed to discard his potential duty officers. Fine. Right, time to place some glory. Or didn't replace this market card. He wants to put it on the least valuable, which is going to be Waxana Troy. I wouldn't take her on board anyway. And then these 2 get discarded. Then play goes back to me. I've got to resupply, discard. Ooh. And again, I keep forgetting to refresh my Palmer Violets and turn my actions over. Right, discard the top card of your deck. I will. It's an incident. Gain a gold bar, some latinum. Thank you very much. Control. Nothing. Actions. Right, so these locations in the neutral zone are kind of rubbish. I mean, this one will get me a dilithium. It's worth 2 points to me. I mean, it's better than nothing, isn't it? I mean, I was planning to log this planet, and maybe I still will. All right, I'm gonna play recruit for one of my actions. Take an incident. Take to gain an ally. I'm going to add this ally, so I'll get the glory, and then I'm going to react to that. I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard the instant to gain a glory, and beam the gained card to a ship. So I now have 1 ally on the Enterprise. And I'm going to, well, refresh the market. I'm going to play First Contact now. Scan 2 of ally and log this card. So scanning is when I can look at the top 2. I can scan these 2. See if there's anyone I like. Yeah, I'm going to take the binars. I can't react again, so I'm going to put them in my discard pile. And I'm going to shuffle this and reveal a card. I think I quite like the look of the USS Reliant, but I don't want to take too many incidents. I think I'm going to activate Risa, recall a beamed card. So I'm going to take Beverly Crusher back. I'm going to gain a Latinum for doing that. And I think I'm going to play Utilize and do the gain on the specialty track again. and I'm going to do influence again. And this time I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because the enterprise counts as one. So that is 5 plus 5 is 10. So I'm very close to getting that 5x multiplier. And I might as well play Analyze for the free dilithium crystals, gain 2 for that. And I'm getting a bit fed up with Riker making me discard the top card of my deck each time. So what I will do is activate the Enterprise to promote a person from your hand to duty officer. And that person is going to be Data. So I discard Riker. Data's now my duty officer, because he can log cards from my hand, and that'll be quite useful. Place some glory. This guy's now worth 3 points, and I still do want allies. So once again, I'm going to put it on the ally. Consistent. Discard these cards. Draw 3. That's the rest of them. Remember to turn these over this time. Over to Shran. Any control, Shran? No. Actions. So 2 cards again. We've got a directive. So directive with no duty officer. Gain a business. Are there any businesses? There are no businesses. Or a cargo. Well, there's a cargo. So you gain this into the discard pile. Nah, see, I remembered. Send one of these guys to a neutral location. So slowly building up. Doesn't have 5 or more influence, so doesn't get anything, and that is the end of that. The next one, oh, there's loads of traits. So what are the traits we got? Attack. Send a away team to a neutral location. I discard the top card of my deck. Ugh, well, I don't have the top card of my deck, so I assume that means I now have to reshuffle my discard pile. Oh no. Which means that I then put my final card, my final reserve card on the top of my deck, which I know is a shuttlecraft. And then obviously I discard it. Oh, look, it's the shuttlecraft. Bye, shuttlecraft. Oh, Shran, what are you doing? Attacking me, so yeah. It was not a person, so I don't take an instant. Otherwise they gain a military, so they got 2. And that card is not a person, so it does not become a duty officer. Excellent, right. The end of Shran's go. Refresh the market. No, come here. Let's gently move these over, throwing them down the back of the radiator, and disrupt pistols. Lovely. And he's going to put. Okay, so this is worth 2, 2, 2, and I assume this is valuable to me, so he won't put it there. So he's going to put it back on discard. Well, I think that means it goes back to me now. Bam, resupply. Don't have any resupply anymore. Control, don't have any control. Actions, so let's just do me actions. Well, let's take all of these Palmer Violets off. First of all, I keep forgetting to do this straight away. I'm going to take another card. And now I'm going to play Diplomacy. I can turn the thing over. Gain an ally. I will, thank you. Who is going to be reacted to by Picard. Bam. Going to beam you to the Enterprise. Discard a card to gain a glory, which I'll do that as well. I'll discard Beverly, gain a glory. I will activate. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I did not discard Beverly. You didn't see that. I'm going to discard Riker. I'm going to use Beverly, play her. Oops. Oh man, these chips. Gain 1 science. You may return an instant from your discard pile. Don't have any. I'm going to activate the Enterprise. Discard a card to beam a card. So I'm going to discard Set a Course. I'm going to beam a card, which is the third ally, to the Enterprise. And now I think I completed the peace negotiations, which is have 3 allies on the same ship and at least 2 of the tracks at 4. And I got 4 science and I got 10 influence. So I have completed it. Now, what actually happens when you complete a mission? It doesn't say. It's annoying. Maybe that's because I'm reading the wrong rulebook. Dismiss all beamed cards that contributed to the completion of the mission. Other in-play cards, such as deployed ships, locations, etc., are not dismissed. Mark the mission as complete. Okay. Right, so I gain 4 dilithium crystals for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll have these 4. You may junk a card from the market. May I now? Well, let's have a look. Who do I want to junk? I want to junk this cargo, because Shran loves a cargo, so I'll try and deny him some disruptors. Ah, the Horta. I remember that from the original series. Wow, get loads of dilithium for having that one in play. Maybe I will get a cargo next time if I have an opportunity. Right, anyway, as I was saying, all of these allies get dismissed. And now I'm going to play Strange New Worlds. Select a controlled location. If there is one away team, one or more away team, one or more ship there, look at the top 2 encounters. So I will. Let's have a look at these encounters. And we have this one, the Omega particle. And we have this one, the Boltzmann brain. One is worth 6 points, one is worth as many science points. One's worth 2 right now. So the Omega particle gains me 3 dilithium crystals and 3 latinum. Then for each Borg I have in play, I gain a glory. If I gain too much glory, 5 or more, I destroy this card. And the Boltzmann brain is so simple. It's draw a card and I can return it in. So while I'm taking the Boltzmann brain, I'm going to put the Omega particle at the bottom of the deck. And then take one of them, return the other, log the selected location. Okay, so you go back, you get discarded, you get discarded, you get logged. He's hiding in there? Worf, that's right. I will activate you to get Worf back. I feel like I'm not really going to use Worf that much. I'm not getting into a direct confrontation with Shran. I think that's more the Klingon guy instead. So I'm actually going to use data. I'm going to log Worf. And then I'm going to play the Boltzmann's brain. Just draw a card. It says you may return an instant. Well, funny enough, I just drew an instant, so I will return it. And that's my go done. Place the glory. Oh, did I remove it last time? Oh, well, in that case, that should have gone to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 on there. It was 7. I've just taken that one. I'm going to put it on. I might put it on the ally again because Picard's all about those allies. Discard and draw. Discard all you. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave him one more. Let's get all these Palmer Violets off. Over to you, Shran. Now you draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Well, I haven't done those yet, have I, to be fair? Because you need to control first. So you do control that. You've got 3 away teams. So you gain this location, and I resolve it. Oh, I wonder what I'm going to do. I suspect I'm going to be logging and discarding. But I'll just check. Let's see what the traits are. Ambassador, Starfleet, Business, Klingon. Oh, well, after my little sarcastic outburst, I am not going to be logging cards. The first one is Business. Log the top card of the bot deck. Ha! Okay. Fine. Let me just check what order I should have done that in. I should have not drawn these cards before doing the control step. So actually this would have been the top card of the bot deck. So I will log this one. Gain a weapon. Have we got a weapon? Do not have a weapon. But we'd have a cargo ship. I think he likes a cargo. So we put cargo here. Your discard pile. So he got the Horta in the end. It's a shame. It was after that. Oh, I didn't refill the neutral zone. Memory Alpha. Well, looks like the spot for me. And it's 5 points. Right, and then resolve the top card of the bot deck. Resolving it by Imperial Pride. It's a directive. Gain a business and then a cargo. Business cargoes, no, here's a cargo, gain, there you go. Send an away team to a neutral location. Oh no, he's going to go for Memory Alpha. I can't have that, I'm going to have to fight him. This is after saying that I didn't need Worf and I logged him. And now I could do with having him really. No, and I don't even have the Enterprise up. Oh no, that was a bad move, wasn't it? You can see I don't play this game enough. Yeah, he doesn't, he's not getting his... not getting his influence up, is he? So never does anything. Let me go back to what the other one said, which was resolve log this card, so you get logged. Right, and that was actually just his control step. So 1 card, 2, 3. Now let's get resolving. We have got an ally. Discard the top 3 cards of the bot deck. 1, 2, 3. For each person in the bot discard pile, where there's no people in there. Did I add? I don't think I added one of these, did I? So you should... Oh, I think I messed it up a little bit, but it's okay. Don't think I'm cheating too bad. Let's pretend that that's not cheating too much. For each person, gain 1. For each ship in the bot discard pile, there's no ships. I have a horrible feeling that I've logged Shran's flagship. Are you supposed to do that? It doesn't say not to do that. It says common bot terms, dismiss. Place card in bot discard pile. If a choice of ship is being dismissed, it selects the most recently deployed one. Yeah, I understand that. Doesn't say anything about don't log the ship. Okay, well, first of all, let's just swap these 2 cards over because this one is from the supplement deck. Let's see what Shran does next. Turns over directive. You owe me one. It is an ongoing. Do we have any ongoing traits? We do not have any ongoing traits. Gain a business and then a cargo. Do we have any business? We do not have any business. So we'll gain a cargo. So we'll gain this forced singularity. Gain gets discarded. Send an away team to a neutral location. Off to Memory Alpha, making it even more difficult for me to get at. If the bot has 5 or more influence, which it doesn't, so there's nothing doing. And then your final card, Shran, is another directive, Imperial Pride. So, we'll do it again, shall we? Let's see what we've got. It's another cargo. It's not business, so you'll gain this again. Cargo for Shran. Send an away team. So now he is controlling Memory Alpha. Good for you, Shran. And that's the end of Shran's go. So, let's discard these cards. We will resolve the Stardate card. There's nothing on it, so we'll just get rid of it. Place some glory. Take a glory token off of Stardate card. Least valuable to me. 3, I guess. 2, 4. So put it on the ship. But little does he know I want to get that ship. Haha. Yeah, cool. Well, back to me then. What am I going to do? Let me have a look at this cargo. What does it do? It is a tachyon detection grid. I can dismiss a deployed ship to gain 2 science. Well, that's not bad, but I only have 1 ship, so I probably won't go for that. I'm going to play Analyze to take an incident to gain a ship. I'm going to take an incident. I'm going to gain, with this glory, the USS Reliant. Gain can go, I will put it on top of my deck. Let's refill the market. What we got there? The Enterprise B. Huh. Well, I guess I'd rather have had that one really. I have quite a few cards clogging up my deck now, so I need to start thinning. So I'm going to just get rid of some. I'm going to play Energy Drain. It says spend 2 dilithium crystals to return this card. So I will. If I have an engineer in play, I gain an action, but I don't have an engineer in play, so I don't gain an action. And finally, I'm going to play the Binars. I'm going to do the bottom one. Requires 3 science, and I've got 4. Scan 3 of cargo, and then log the card. So I will. Let's have a look at what's in the cargo. Only the top 3 of cargo, of course. We've got a Mek'leth. We have a Borg Spatial Trajector, and a Biobed. Are any of these any good? No. I'm going to take the Biobed. I'm going to discard it. I need to shuffle the cargo. And Binars get logged. 3 cards logged. I'm going to activate Farpoint Station. I'm going to draw my ship. I'm going to activate Data. It says log a card from your hand. So I'm going to log the USS Reliant. I only just got it, but I don't think I'm going to use it. That's the end of my actions, so we're going to play some glory. I'm going to place it on the ally. What a surprise. Right, discard and draw. I'm going to discard, utilise, and draw 1. Now, I have gone through all of my reserve cards, so I get to choose a development card, pay the cost. Let's see what we can get. Well, before I start doing all that, what are you doing here? You need to be shuffled in as well. I'm making that mistake again. I'm going to take the Starbase 74 development card. That costs 2 dilithium and 1 latinum. Guard and draw. Let's put all these back before I forget. Unexhaust all this. Now Shran, what are you up to? You are doing the control step. So yeah, you control memory alpha. Boo. Okay, so you get that. Memory alpha. Let's resolve that. What are these? Say communication Starfleet. Do we care about that? No. So it's just another location to you. Log the top card of the bot deck. Discard the top 2 cards. So goodbye, utilise, goodbye, wait arm. Let's refill the neutral zone. Derna. Okay, we're going to draw 3 cards for Shran. 1, 2, 3. What's your first card? It is a Selat. Attack Vulcan creature. Well, we know that Shran does attack. So he's going to send an away team to a neutral location. And where would he send it? He would send it to the most valuable one. That will equally as not valuable. Would it be valuable to me? Unsure. So I guess it would be this one. I'm not sure. I think it's that one. I discard the top card of my deck. Okay, that's the shuttlecraft again. It's not a person, so I don't take an incident. And they gain 1 military. Okay, and it is not a person, so it does not get promoted to duty officer. Shran's next card is Whoa, this is the first time he's actually played one of his duty officers. So she is attack. So she's attacking, yep. Well, it's the same again, isn't it? Neutral location. I discard the top card of my deck. This time it is the Kelpians. It's not a person, it's an ally. So I don't take an incident. They gain another military. If this card is a person, promote it to duty officer. It is a person. Shran, you have finally promoted someone to duty officer. And it's bad for me. So we shouldn't do that. And your final card is some wine. A Ferengi beverage. Well, you definitely don't care about that because I've never seen any of that. And it's a cargo. So this time we go through the suits with duty officer, cargo log, the top card of the bot deck, also known as the only card left in the bot deck. Gain an influence. Okay, good job, Shran. Oh, and another military. Log the duty officer. What? Only just got her out. And log the wine. Wow. So drawing cargo with duty officers, I wonder what thematically the reason for that is. Alright, play some glory. Glory. That's worth 5, that's worth 2, 3, this one. Enterprise B. Over to me. I'm going to use data to log set a course. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards logged, which means I get to go up on one of the tracks, and I'm going to go up on the influence track because then I get a 5x multiplier. I will now play Starbase 74. Take control of this location. Find a person. You may discard a different card to play the found card. So I will find a person. There's none in my discard pile, so I will find them in here. I'm going to find Beverly Crusher. I may discard a different card to free play the found card. And I will. I'm going to discard Recruit. I'm going to play Beverly Crusher. And that means I gain 1 science. It says I may return an incident from my discard pile. I don't have an incident in my discard pile, so I won't be returning it. However, I can play Red Alert. Put a card on top of your deck. I'm going to put First Contact on top of my deck. You may promote a person from your staging area to duty officer. So I will. So I've got Beverly and Data are both my duty officers. And now I have no space for anything. Right. Double duty officers. Nice. I'm going to activate Farpoint Station to draw that again. And I'm going to play it. Scan 2 of ally. So I will scan 2 of ally. Stholians, and it's Organians. I'm going to have the Organians. Let's put these back. The Organians allow me to enlist a development, which is good. So I'll just wait to empty my deck before I can do that. So gain, they're going to go in the discard pile. Can't react to it, unfortunately, because I don't have a card to discard. And that is the end of my go again. Let's play some glory. Take a glory off of this Stardate card. I think I'm just going to put it on the ally again. Discard and draw. Chuck these in the discard pile. And draw 5 cards. And then we'll set these Isolinia chips back to active if I can ever pick them up. And I'll take these exhaust tokens off. Right, over to you, Shran. You need 3 cards, so let's draw from your deck. Oh, your deck is empty. Okay, well, let us shuffle you a new one then. And we'll take top of your supplement deck. And we have 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards for Shran. Right, what have we got? Control, how many you got here? 1, 2, only 2. No control for you. So we'll see what you've drawn here, a trade embargo. Well, that is an incident, and you're back to having no duty officer, so you gain a person. Oh, damn. Fine. 2 glory for you, Shran. Well played. Discard the top 3 cards of the bot deck. I will. 1, 2, 3. And return this card. Return this incident to the deck. Next card is an ongoing anomaly Romulan. Shran is uninterested in any of that, but he is interested in a cargo, so he's going to discard the top 2 cards of the bot deck. Oh, I'm racing through your deck. Means you're going to get better cards soon. Gain 2 glory. Really? Oh, good for you. Bad for me. And then this one goes to me. So I'm going to put it here and hope I don't forget about it. And you gain a business or a person. Have we got any business going on? Don't think so. So you're going to gain B4. And we draw Phlox. Looks happy. And then we log this cargo. Lots of logging going on with the bots, which makes sense. Otherwise I'd be stuck with a bunch of useless cards. Bit like me. And let's see your 3rd card. It is a location. It is a Vulcan Imperial Andorian location. And I know you don't care about that, Shran, so let's put your location up there. Log the top card of the bot deck. Another card being logged. Discard the top 2 cards of the bot deck. Here we me. And you just shuffled that. There's only 1 left. I didn't actually replace the glory, so I'll do that now. I'll take 1. Least valuable to me is this guy here. Yeah, the end. Over to me. I've got a bio bed. I've got utilize, Bolians, not to be confused with the Tholians, Suliban, and diplomacy. So I've got quite a few allies, which Picard will be mad for. He loves an ally. I want that ally because it's got 3 glory in it. So how can I gain you? I want to gain you. I'm going to play diplomacy, gain an ally, and log this card. So I'm going to gain this ally. More glory for me. Discard you. But now I won't do anything. Need to get the Enterprise back. There's Riker. Log this card. Off you go. I'm going to activate Farpoint Station again to draw Strange New Worlds, which is no good to me without the Enterprise or any other ships. Well, I'm looking at the market and I can see Shran's going to get this tachyon detection grid, which means he's going to attack me. I don't really want him to attack me, so I'm going to play this bio bid, junk a card from the market. So I'm going to junk this one. And it says, free play an incident. I don't have any incidents in my hand, or find a doctor. So I'm going to find a doctor. I'm going to look in my discard pile. Don't have a doctor there. You look in my hand. I do have a doctor here. It is the Boltzmann Brain. I'm going to use data to log a card from my hand. And I'm going to log Suliban, mainly because I don't understand what his play action does. So get out of here. And I gain a thing for that. Let's gain a science. I'm going to play the Boltzmann Brain, draw a card. It says you may return 1 incident. Do I have an incident here? I do. I have red alert. So I'm going to return red alert. And now, finally making a reappearance, I'm going to play the Enterprise. Deploy this ship and warp this ship. I haven't looked at these locations for ages. There's a doctor as well, or a location. Interesting. There a place to be a doctor. Maybe if I read the Star Trek wiki, I will find out. Yeah, the only good one is this one, but I'm not sure I can be bothered to fight Shran for it. I'm going to hope I can send some away teams out even without Worf. So I'm going to send the Enterprise to Risa, hoping that I can get an away team there and then I can play Strange New Worlds on it. I think I'm going to play utilise to gain on 1 specialty track for each matching skill icon you have in play. So that's 1, 2 from here, 3 and 4 from the Enterprise for influence. So that'll take me from 11 to 15 and I've just maxed out the influence. And I'm going to activate the Enterprise to discard a card, to beam a card. I'm going to beam the Bolians to the Enterprise because they're clogging up my hand a little bit. Resolve the Stardate card. During the next player's cleanup step, wipe the market. And any neutral locations. Ah, cool. So we're going to get to cycle that. So I'll just play some glory. I'll just do my usual, put it on an ally, and discard and draw. All right, get rid of all of these cards. Discard. Turn the chips over. One, 2, out of cards. And let's see what's in my development pile that I can have a go with. I'm going to get the Tamarians. It's going to cost me 2 dilithium crystals, and I'm going to take an incident, and then I'm going to react with Beverly. After taking the incident, I can discard a card to return the incident and gain 1 glory. After taking an incident, discard a different card to return the incident and gain a glory. So I'm going to discard, analyze, I'm going to return this and gain a glory. Put my development cards back here. Right, now continue drawing. Okay, Shran, your turn. I'm going to draw you 3 cards. 1, 2, and then we'll shuffle your deck. Shran, I feel like you've got worse tactics than I do. 3. First of all, he's got a cloaking device. So cloaking ongoing cargo. Cargo, discard the top 2 cards of the bot deck, gain 2 glory. Oh, you're hoovering up all the glory. Gain a business and then a person. Right, gaining the doctor, that's another glory. This is me saying that you've got bad tactics and then you're like gaining way more glory than I am. And then log this card. Okay. Next. It is, that's one of your reserve cards. Ah, communication. Yes, that's a trait that you don't have, so I'll ignore that. No, it's just a person then. All right, fine. Person, discard the top 2 cards of the bot deck. 1 and 2. Gain 1 influence or military, whichever's lower, so that will be influence. Send an away team to a neutral location. Promote this card to duty officer. Nice. Okay, Shran, you have another duty officer. Try and keep it longer than 1 turn. And then your final one is a directive. Okay, so directive. If able to do both, log a controlled location. Yes, we're going to log this. Remove 2 away teams, okay. To take the top encounter. Okay, you get an encounter. Then log this card. Okay, we're logging this card. Well, that was a successful round for you, wasn't it, Shran? Place some glory, the final glory. This one, and then you give this to me. All right, clean up. Wipe the market, removing all tokens. And I also need to wipe any neutral locations with no tokens. Good. Let's get rid of these locations because they're no good. Let's get some new neutral locations. We have got regular 1 and Baku. Are they any better? Well, they've got endgame stuff. Score 1 for each person beamed here. Score 1 for each of your anomaly cards. That's also kind of rubbish. Oh well. They're not very interesting locations, are they? Well, no, this one does give me 2 science. That's probably worth trying to get. Well, back to me then. I'm on the final Stardate card now, so there's only 5 glory. I'm going to play the shuttlecraft for the first time in this game to send an away team to Risa. You may put this card on top of your deck. Yeah, alright. Now I'm going to play Strange New Worlds. Select a controlled location if there is 1 or more away teams and 1 or more ships there. Look at the top 2 encounters. So I will. We have got Shakari for 7 points, and we've got Bija for 9 points. So I'm obviously taking Bija. Put this one back on the bottom of the deck. Log the selected location. Right. So that means that the Enterprise gets dismissed, along with my ally who was on board. This away team comes back. Risa gets logged. Going to exhaust Farpoint Station to draw the shuttlecraft again. We'll play this Temerian. It says draw 3 cards. You may discard up to 1 of each of the following: a person, a cargo, a ship, an ally, an encounter. I'm going to discard Biobed, the shuttlecraft, and Riker. And I gain a glory for each one discarded this way. So that's 3 glory for me. And then I log this guy. I'm going to play the Boltzmann Brain to draw a card. I may return an incident. I'm going to use data to log recruit. And that will give me 2 on the track. So I'm going to go up to 8 on the science track. I might as well play Vija. And it says log up to 2 cards from your hand or discard pile. So yes, I'm going to log this Kelpian. I might as well log something from the discard pile as well. Yeah, I'm going to log the Biobed. Place some glory. Oh, why break a habit? Discard and draw. Right, discard. I have nothing to draw, so yes I do. I'm talking about my entire draw deck. I'm going to draw Phasing Cloak. That's going to be my chosen development card. And that costs me 2 dilithium. And I find a person and log it. And that person is Riker. Goodbye, Riker. Okay, cool. That's my go over. Turn the chips back over. Refresh everyone. We have Shran. Shran. What you up to, Shran? Drawing 3 cards. The first card is an encounter. An anomaly ongoing time travel transcendent. We do none of them. So we just look at encounter. Gain 1 glory. Ooh, that was the last glory. Gain a military. Take a ship. And log this card. Next. Directive. Directive of a duty officer. Log a controlled location and remove 2. You can't do that. So you are going to gain a cargo and a ship. So you're going to gain that. Yep, and then the next card is a person. Well, it's a telepath Betazoid ambassador. Do you care about any of that? Yes, you do. You do care about ambassadors. Discard the top 2 cards of the bot deck. Gain 2 glory. Well, you can't gain 2 glory. I guess it comes from here, maybe. I may return an incident from my hand or discard pile. I don't think I have any incidents, actually. I think I must have got rid of them all. If this card is a person, promote it to duty officer. It is, so that means you get rid of your old duty officer. Discard that. Place some glory, there's no glory to place. And then we discard and draw. Except we don't, because we resolve the Stardate card. Nothing. But then we resolve this one. Trigger the end of the game. So I will. I don't really know what that means, so I'm going to have a quick look. I think we play one more turn each. I'm going to use data to log this ally. How many cards are under here now? 14. Ah, dang. All right, it's just 2. But at least that gets me up to the 4x multiplier for science. I'm going to play the Organians. Requires 6 science to enlist the development and log this card. So it makes most sense for me to start getting ones that are going to give me more points based on my science track. So I'm going to get Make It So, which costs me 3 dilithium. I will pay 3 dilithium crystals. Now I log this one. A smart person would have done that and then used data, but there are no smart people around right now. I'm going to play this. First contact, scan, 2 of ally. I'm not going to bother, I'm just going to take this one. He's got glory on him. Okay, discard that guy. Guess I'll play my final one, phasing cloak. To deploy this, junk a card from the market. Oops, probably have put that on there. Which one's junk? I'm going to junk the, oh, I guess I'll junk the phasers. That's me done. Place some glory. Well, there's no glory to place, so I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm going to add one there regardless. Discard all of this stuff. Discard these as well. Draw up to some more stuff, which means I get to choose another development card. Can't afford that one, can't afford that one, can't afford that one, I can't afford that one. So I didn't really think that one through, did I? No, I should have got some more dilithium, because then I could have got myself an extra 4 points. Never mind. Yep. Turn these all over. And then it's Shran's go. 1, 2, 3. Shran. Attack. Send an away team to a neutral location. You discard the top card of my deck. The person, it was not. I gain 1 military. Next. Oh, it's the first time I've seen this one. That's an ambassador as well. So back to our ambassadors. Discard the top 2 cards of the bot deck. Gain 2 glory. Okay, I'll put that off to the side as well. I don't have any incidents. This card is a person, so they promote it to duty officer. So she gets discarded. This guy's the new duty officer. And then the last card, cargo, attack. So he's going to send an away team again. Bam. I discard the top card of this again. Otherwise they gain 1. Back up on the military. And that is the end. Okay, now let's move on to the scoring, and we will now figure out how to do that. So I get 1 point for each of my glory tokens, 1 point for each of my away teams or ship tokens on neutral locations, my endgame operations in play, some of my printed points on my cards. First of all, let's do a time lapse of this, collect all my stuff. 17, 25, 64, 76, 97, 98. $98 for me. And we have 13, 16, 21, 47, 49, 53, 56. And that is the final scoring. So yeah, I won. Smashed Shran. Good job, Picard. Long live the Federation.